Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video on Starbase ASMR. Just kidding, we're back finally with another video. I was gone for a bit, I don't know. January got away, I had like camping every weekend. Ooh, Pepper, what a sweet kitty. Meow. But yeah, I had camping like every weekend in January, and I don't know, last week I just didn't do anything. But we're finally back. Sorry, it's just B-roll, and like assets here and there, but I finally wanted to get it out, so I'm gonna release this video. Where is it? Oh yeah, so the New World Order update came out, so I'm gonna have to do a separate review just on that, as well as stations, because you guys in a poll wanted to do that. So we'll get that pretty soon, probably in the next month or so. Get that station video out. Ship review, station review the next month. I think that'll work. But enough about me jabbering on for a minute, as 90% of you just left. We'll actually get into Starbase. So without further ado, the actual part of the video. And I'm going to throw this at the beginning of the video, the very beginning. If we get to 1,000 subscribers by, let me check the date. If we get to 1,000 subscribers before July 4th, I will eat an entire thing of the super flamin' hot lemon, whatever, Doritos and Takis. So we'll start Starbase off with the ships, at least the community made ones. This year, I think I reviewed almost mostly community ships, and it was really fun. They were really cool. And I think that that's a cool aspect that this game has that not a lot of other Roblox games or even games in general have, other than maybe like Halo. I know Halo has their Forge, and a few other similar games have stuff like that. But this game, you can make a whole ship, and if you're selected, you can basically have it in the game. And that's pretty epic, of course. I know there's a lot of good, talented starship creators. The ships made by the devs themselves, pretty cool. They released a lot of cool packs this year. I know the Halloween, Christmas, and I think they just released the stealth pack with the new update, but we'll get to that. But enough of some cool stuff they've done over the year. Let's actually get into the game. So when you first spawn in, you'll be in the Starbase. This is the central hub. This is where you'll find everything. If you walk literally straight forward, you will get to your ship spawn and management, which is still a bit annoying to use. The ship management is not buggy per se, but it's not as good as it could be. I don't know if that's just performance based or if that's a coding error, but it's not bad. It's not too great. It works sometimes if it actually pulls up, but I know that was an issue with the spawning ship, but that got resolved. It works fine now, so that's a big plus. But yeah, you can pick any of the ships. In public servers, you have to pick the ones that you've unlocked, which is controversial, at least in my mind. I thought about making a video on it, but I actually do like the system now, especially since there are some ways to get some grinding out XP, but at first I didn't. However, and this is what a lot of you in the comments have been asking, is how I get ships for the reviews. And maybe one or two of you asked why there were no people, but I don't think so. I try to keep up with comments. But a lot of you are asking like how you get, especially the flagship. You go to a private server. Private servers are how you can have access to everything except the packs you have to buy for Robux. Those you get in any server, but you do have to buy them. And so let's move on to probably what most of you will be doing before you inevitably quit because you didn't dive into the game or this video. You'll start flying. The controls are pretty simple and easy to use. You can pull some quick maneuvers using the WADs, but that's a little harder to control. So most people just use the mouse, I'd assume, which is very good. The mouse control is nice. It's simple. Just point it where you want to go and your ship automatically goes there. And along with that, you can also use that in tandem with the cannons. And you can get some cool maneuvers. Using the Q&E, you can rotate it, and you can get all your cannons firing on your enemies. So that's a big, big positive. Another cool thing about the game currently is it's PvP. It's simple, it's fun, it's entertaining, and it's almost entirely missiles. To those of you out there who use missiles only, like myself. I don't like you. And I do it too. But other than that slight issue of missiles being a little overpowered, like way too overpowered, at least on some of the mid-tier and even lower ships, I know have some pretty powerful missiles. Other than that meta, of course, you're going to have fun. It is going to be easy and simple to fight basic starfighter battles. Now, where it can get fun is when you start playing with the shields and other players using bigger or similarly sized ships. I know in the past I played with some friends, Singularity Gaming, I'll link him below. We played for a bit. He just checked out the game because I had been telling him it's pretty cool and he likes sci-fi games, so we were playing and we all got on a battleship and destroyed everyone else. And then a few weeks ago, as of recording this, I just went to go play some and get some B-roll, which is probably what's going to be playing for the majority of this video, is the B-roll I captured. There were most of a faction on, so that was pretty cool. I totally didn't destroy them and only get killed like twice or 3 times, but missile spam. But that is fun. The PvP combat is engaging if you primarily use cannons. And the cool thing about just using cannons, they have a really cool system. Really? Can't walk any quieter. Whoops, I forgot. That's getting in the video. So one thing that's really cool is the faction system in the game. I like it a lot. I have my own faction that stuff totally happens on. If I have a volunteer, I might let one of you help fix it and make it an actual faction, not just a gimmick I have. But yeah, the factions are cool. I know that a lot of there's a bunch of notable factions in the game and the community, and the Starbase devs themselves host events. I know that there was a giant Olympics, which I got a bunch of footage from. I didn't win. I kind of got wrecked in a few of them, and like all of them. And I know they did picture battles. Those were really cool. I should have participated. And they also did a fleet battle, I believe. And I wasn't there. I think I was out of town or something like that, or just not home, or just didn't attend. But I know they had a bunch of rules. And the cool thing about those community run events is you can do stuff like no missiles, which makes PvP more fun. And also on the topic of PvP, this is a great way to get more of your friends playing, because if you have more people on your ship, you can have someone operating point defense, main caliber, secondary caliber, whatever ADATs, whatever it's called, the Vulcans. You can have people using your lasers. If the more people you have on your ship, the easier it's going to be to win any battle you're in. And this is epic, and this is cool, and this is Giga Chad. But I think after going through the PvP, I think we should move on to the planet side stuff. So the planets in this game, I know in the update they just got a lot bigger, I think is one of the patch notes. But even before, they were still pretty cool. Not something I would spend tons of time on unless I build a colony, which probably in next 2 months-ish, we should have a colony review. I definitely want to do some more, like maybe once a month or every other month we do a big feature review. But anyway, like I was saying, the planets, you can have your colonies. Similarly, you can have your space stations, which I'll get to later, and those are similar to colonies, but in space, of course. But the planets, I think just got an overhaul, but before they did that, they've kept improving the systems they use to generate them, so they load faster, look better, and I've gotten some cool moments where I've been flying into where I know someone had a colony, and it was super cinematic flying over there in atmosphere, and it was really fun. They seem kind of gimmicky and more just cool things in the game, in space, but that isn't a bad thing because they are cool, especially when you're in atmosphere and you can see a ship that's out of the atmosphere. That is very cool looking. I know one of the Starbase pictures they have on the Roblox page is that spaceship through atmosphere. I think that's one of the contest winners. And like I'll get to later in the video, those contests that are held by the devs. And I hope that the devs will improve on it in some way so that you can board someone's ship or disable or take out its engines or something. I hope the devs can do that with Roblox's engine and the current performance the game gets thanks to Roblox. I hope that they can add something cool like that. I think we should get onto the colonies. We'll touch on those, but mostly the station. And I'll quickly touch on colonies because other than them being in different places, they're basically the same. So stations and colonies are places you need a tug you get at the Starbase, take it out to wherever you want to go. Stations in space, colonies on land. Pretty simple. After that, you just hit deploy, and then it most likely will teleport you to the station, or if you reset, you should have the option to spawn at your colony or station. Once you're there, you can set up some basic modules. Make sure you get your research modules up, and I'll go into depth about all the stuff later in the station video as well as the colony. Once you get your research stations, you can get XP, which you can invest, and bada bing bada boom, you have a really big station or colony. The only difference is the module design, I believe, and one's in space, one's on land. I think one of our last things to help us wrap up would be the paid DLCs. The paid packs you can get on Roblox. I forgot how much they cost. The prices are on screen. Those packs, I've tried out the Christmas and the Halloween, a few of the ships, not all of them. They're very cool, and I do have the retro as well, that one. They're all very cool, and they look nice. I played a few times, and some of them are really powerful, especially if you haven't unlocked the main ones in the main tree. They're just overall really cool. A fun throwback. I remember when the luxury cruiser, whatever it was in the retro form. For some of you old players, you'll definitely know about that. That was a cool ship. I like that one a tiny bit more than the new one, but I like them both. So I think with all of that being said, as every YouTuber says that, I think it's a good time to wrap it up. So prior to New World Order update, because as of recording this, that update has released and I have not tried it out. This is all my notes and stuff from before the update. With that being said, the update in Starbase in general is in a really good, fun state. I have heard one person say, I asked for the thoughts and cheese. That is true. It is cheese. But I heard a few people say it's a little stale. But don't get me wrong, if you get into some faction stuff, especially some of the more prominent factions, you can probably have some fun playing with them and getting together, and as well as just hanging on the Discord. That's a lot of fun. All of the Starbase stuff will be linked below in the description, along with Singularity Gaming, because I shouted him out earlier. But anyway, the game right now is fun. I enjoy playing it anytime I get on, and while there are a few grindy stuff, that's only because I'm like getting into like the high tiered spaceships and stuff. And I know there's XP boosters, but I want to shy away from those, even though I spent like 200 Robux. Sue me. It was sort of worth it. But I also think that another thing that they could add to Starbase to make it a little more fun and allow for people to progress quicker or at a more unique way, at least to them, is adding some sort of some sort of mission system. Because I know that they have the cargo ships already, and they could maybe try and do something with the cargo ships. Who knows? They could try and do something with the fighters and bounties and stuff. I know they have the auto ships, which kind of are like that, but it's very, very cool. I also think that some of the hidden anomalies in space are really fun, and I guess what I'm just trying to say is the game's fun. Hang out with some friends, get in a call with them, mess around, tell some jokes. It's a fun game where you can wind down and crush 12-year-olds as they start going to cry to their parents, and then someone crushes you and you go hide under your bed because it's dark outside. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is the game's good. I'd highly recommend it, and I can't wait to play more of the new update. I literally just now, as I'm recording this, bought the spaceship or the new fighter pack for 400 Robux. I will say that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching and waiting over a month, closing on a month and a half, probably a month and a half, because as we're recording this, I'm gone this weekend camping and I get back Sunday. So a lot of editing to do if I'm going to get it out this week, but it's probably going to be just after halfway through February, and then we'll finally have another video out. And trust me, I'm going to get back to it. I will. I've just been enjoying this break and enjoying playing some other games. SnowRunner, I got it. It's tons of fun. Elden Ring, it's tons of fun. I finally am playing through it because my cousin helped me. So yeah. But anyway, videos will be coming out normally every other week, maybe every 3 weeks. We'll see. I am building a computer, and before I start assembling it, and there'll be that in between when I gotta do a bunch of stuff, I'll let you guys know there won't be uploads because I'm building a computer and I gotta go download Roblox and all the other games and build it and set up Wi-Fi and stuff. It's just gonna be a lot of work, and I gotta go clean my room, and I gotta go set up a desk. Lots of work to get my PC where I want it, my new one. So I'll let you guys know. Don't worry. I'll let you guys know. I'm rambling. If you haven't left by now, like, just stay because we're joshing around and stuff. But yeah, video will be out soon. Like, comment, subscribe.